Where in the world is Brockman San Diego? Brockman San Diego. Where on earth can he be? Where on earth can he be? Oh, wait, tonight they're in Little Rock. I'm John Renton with my review of WWE Raw from Little Brock, Arkansas. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. But yes, Little Rock, Arkansas. Former town of the Mid-South Wrestling Territory. Actually was pretty good for wrestling years and years ago. And there are plenty of good people in Arkansas. And I hope the good people in the crowd had a great goddamn time. But you know who isn't a good person currently residing in Arkansas? The current governor, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I want to say right now that Sarah Huckabee Sanders, that stupid pig-faced inbred, ugly on the inside and out motherfucking stupid twat, deserves the worst goddamn life. I hope she's hounded, harassed, and verbally abused to the point that maybe she just decides to put her face in the goddamn pig slop where she belongs, and I don't know, just doesn't get up because nobody would miss her. She already hates children. She decided to nuke the child labor laws in Arkansas because we have to put the children to work, but we're for the children. Can't let them be near the drag shows, but we're going to let them work and do all this goddamn shit. But what do you expect from somebody that was inspired by Mike Huckabee, who's a goddamn piece of shit and sure loves to cover up the crimes that his kids commit? Seriously, look up Mike Huckabee and children and crimes. You will be very not surprised if you have an attached brainstem, which none of the Huckabee Sanders lineage has. Nobody, from the very beginning, whoever decided to create the Huckabee Sanders lineage, bloodline, I don't know how much thought they put into it, but clearly they were related, so they didn't put any thought into it. But yeah, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who deserves to have the most miserable goddamn life. And if you are a supporter of anything the Huckabees and Sanders, whatever name you want to go by, doesn't matter. You support anything they stand for. Fuck you. You deserve to, really, your children should, quite frankly, go off and do other things and leave you alone to die alone and afraid. Pets should abandon you. You, quite frankly, should be allowed to live in squalor. Because honestly, if you're going to support any ideals that they believe in, then you're fucking assholes. And you're not good Christians. You're not good people. You never were a good goddamn person, were you? Were you fictitious individual that unfortunately probably isn't fictitious because you exist because for whatever America, we gotta do something. And Sanders is real smart because she's a woman. No, she's an ugly ass pig inside and out, and she deserves to be called that repeatedly and harassed verbally. So yeah. And Sanders, by the way, a coward that didn't want to stand up for the fact that terrible things happened on January 6, 2021. And oh yeah, that Ashley, one that they tried to make a martyr that got killed. Well, she deserved it, and so did everybody else that decided to, get upset and everything about the legal election and everything. Oh, but America, we got to do this, and then wait, we're getting arrested. There's consequences for our actions. Why am I going off on this? Because Arkansas doesn't deserve, the good people of Arkansas don't deserve this. Anybody that sides with the Sanders, you all fucking deserve to be inbred goddamn pieces of shit and never have any education at all. You shouldn't be allowed to have any education. I'm going off on this because I'm fucking goddamn pissed. And anytime I think that Sarah Huckabee Sanders even breathes air on this planet, it's embarrassing to me. So hopefully, they all just rot away. And that the family line rots away. Now that I've hopefully run every single one of you alt-right conservative Trump dick-sucking Sarah Huckabee Sanders pussy-sucking motherfuckers off my channel because you don't deserve any entertainment. You deserve to just rot from the inside out. Let's get to the review. So anyway, yeah, that was a bit of a rant, but I felt the need to say something. So the Uso, Solo, and Heyman show up. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies in Little Rock, there are some good women in Little Rock, I assume. Some that probably aren't even sleeping with their siblings. So anyway, here's the Judgment Day. There's going to be an uneasy alliance between them. Why? Because they have common enemies that need to be basically taken care of. And there you go. So, Roman put this all together. This got messy because I don't think it was necessarily kept on track well enough. Short-term villainry. Solo and Rhea stare each other down. I don't know if they were going to fight or fuck. So anyway, Buddy just thinking, can I take Solo? I mean, you could try. I don't know. But anyway, Sammy, Kevin, and Riddle are going to take on the Judgment Day in the main event. Also, here's Ray. Heyman did the best he could with this, but I'm sorry. They're struggling to get to the goddamn draft where they're just going to rearrange the furniture and nothing's going to get accomplished. It's not that there aren't good talents not being utilized and currently being utilized on all three brands. There are. There are some people that are probably going to come back from injury at some point that people forgot about. AJ Styles. I forgot AJ Styles had a busted ankle and anal bleeding. What? Wow. But here's Ray. We go to break. WWE Backlash in Puerto Rico. Stay out of the showers. No, Jose Gonzalez. Put that away. Ray took on Solo in a match that was well worked. I'm going to be honest. While most of the matches, or at least, most of the matches were well worked, the crowd at times seemed like they were into it, and then other times they were sweetening the crowd noise like crazy. Ray hit the cameraman during the spot over the top to the break, and then Solo kept kicking out of everything because this was a solo effort. Trying to have some humor here. And then the Usos show. Well, the Usos show up, and then I believe it was Santos and somebody jumping over the wall. And man, all these minorities, and you have to just imagine the Sarah Huckabee Sanders and various other inbred stupid fucks in Arkansas were like, why are them so many minorities here? I know that's not how people talk down there, at least the educated people don't, but I couldn't help it. So, he hits the Samoan spike. Well, Solo hits it on Ray 1, 2, 3. Post-match with more Bloodline stuff. I'm going to be honest, I'm getting kind of sick of the Bloodline stuff. I think it's gone on long enough. I'm not saying nuke it completely next week, but they need to move on from it. By no later than SummerSlam. And for the love of God, don't give me the Jay beating Roman for the title would be a good thing. If you think it, that's fine. Jay wouldn't be believable as a main event guy. At least as champion. Beating Roman to finally get his revenge, that'd be fine, but not as champion. So Pierce has had it with Alpha Academy and Maxine. Stupid comedy. What are they going to do? Maxine on a pole next. Maxine on a pole match. I'm not getting out of this very well, so I'm just going to move on. Recaps of the Damage Control shenanigans. And then Bianca shows up with whipping action in Little Rock. Just like old times, a.k.a. some parts of Arkansas last week. Or possibly last night. So anyway, I'll stop dumping on Arkansas and Louisiana and Kansas and various other states when maybe they pull their heads out of their goddamn asses, or at least more people do. But there are plenty of good people there. Just want to say again. Bad Bunny will be in Chicago next week. Good. You know what? Utilizes star power. I don't understand a goddamn thing he says in his music. I had to eat crow about his WrestleMania 37 tag match, and he's taking it seriously. I can't fault him there. Bianca took on Dakota in a pretty good match. Bianca's strong as hell. Dakota can work. Proved it here, and we got a weird corner spot. It seemed like things got a little bit awkward later on, but overall not a bad match. KOD 1, 2, 3. And then we get recaps of Brock destroying Cody. They can show that over and over and over. Can't imagine getting tired of it. My Joker moment, as it were. Here comes Bronson. Excuse me. Here comes Bronson Reed. He's Mr. Nice Guy. But what is he doing? He's... Hey, where did Andy go? I shot him. You... What? Why? Now I'm going down to Emmett's Fixer Shop to fix Emmett. Here comes Bronson. Heyman says to the Judgment Day, he's talking to them, so is that... So, are we good? Finn's like, eh. And we handle our own business, Priest says, and then Rhea scares Heyman away, apparently. And then Cody. I'm just going to summarize this really quick. I'm sick of the Cody stuff. People are going to cheer him. That's fine. I'm not saying that I don't understand where they're going with it. Here's the thing. It worked for Dusty. It ain't gonna work for Cody to do the chase. Some people will buy it. I'm not gonna. He calls out Bork. Pierce says, no, you're not medically cleared. Cody says, okay, bye. Then he grabs a chair and gets in the ring. Then security comes out. Then Bork comes out. Or Garth Brooks, as some people called him, because he was in a trench coat, jeans, tank top, and a hat. Brockman San Diego, as I called him. And he keeps calling him. And call me, and I'll F5 your ass into eternity. Call me. Anyway, so then he keeps taunting him. Cody lays out security. It takes a really long time. Really long time. So, and then Bork leaves. We get recaps of this, and then Bork leaves. Cody did say one line, I know a lot of cowboys, and you're not a cowboy, you're a coward. You're a meanie head. Rollins then took on Miz in a match that was well worked, but I'm sick of the Miz. See, here's the thing. Around this time 5 years ago, or almost, they had a pretty good, damn good opener. Backlash was it Backlash? I think it was Backlash 2018. Here's the problem. That was the same show that had the Samoan Name Joe against Samoa Joe, a.k.a. Roman versus Samoa Joe. And people were leaving during the main event. It's a good sign. I didn't care. They were doing whoa, 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 whoa. And then a stomp for 3. Miz has a terrible figure 4, by the way. I don't like the superplex into the Falcon Arrow, even though it's kind of cool that he does it. No, it negates the superplex. So anyway, yeah, stomp for 3. Owens to Riddle. Why don't you leave the thinking to us? And then Riddle has the idea to tape up his big toe and hit Solo in the neck, knocking him out. The toe bro. Can Matt Riddle get busted for crack again? Can he end up like Whitney Houston? Except Whitney had talent. Can we trade him for Whitney? Guys, I'm being serious. I'm not an idiot. Yes, you are, Riddle. You fucking moron. I don't care how legit of an athlete he is. He doesn't need to be on TV anymore. He has proven himself to be unfucking reliable. Recaps of Trish turning on Becky. Lashley on the cake wedding topper. He takes on Theory. None of us will live long enough for Theory to be interesting. There are people that like Theory, that's fine. I would rather hit myself in the head with a frickin' claw hammer. I can't stand watching Theory. Even the producer who's meowing currently can't stand Theory. So there you go. Here comes Bronson. He lays out Lashley. Lashley tries to top Bronson or get the hurt lock, and then Theory attacks him. And then Tsunami, which could only improve the housing market in Little Rock. This match ended at 7:02, and the next match didn't start for 20 minutes. Trish comes out. Holy hell, Trish looks great. Looks great. Carries herself well. That she's the woman that got everybody's attention to the women's division. A dead women's division. A non-existent women's division. She's not your fantasy. She's not a sidekick. She's Trish Stratus. It wasn't the best promo she's done. I don't know if this heel Trish thing might be too late, but I don't think it was that bad overall. Mentions how it wasn't Lita, it was her. Mentions the 4 horsewomen and talk about Becky, and Becky believed her own hype and stuff like that. So it was what it was. It meandered a little bit, but I think it worked just fine. They were also piping in boos. I don't know if it's because the crowd was silent or they wanted it to seem like the crowd was really booing Trish. They were whatting her a bit. Or maybe that was from the piped in noise. I don't know. And then they recap again what Cody and Brock did. This stuff with Cody ain't clicking to me, man. I'm sorry, it's just not. Kathy interviews Cody in a suit. Kathy looked great, by the way. Cody does his usual shit. Then Liv and the Goof show up. That's what Raquel is now. She's the Goof. Bad Bunny, the Backlash plug, while they're in commercial. Candice and Mia took on Sonya and Chelsea. No. Sorry. I don't care if there's talent here. I don't care if there are people I like. No, I don't. Mia feels like she was just back. The whole association with AJ and his group, that's done. Mia just feels like she did, just like she did when she was in NXT, meaning she would win a couple matches and then just eat pins for a while. And it wouldn't go anywhere. And Candice, I hope Gargano recovers from his shoulder injury. Candice doesn't mean anything anyway, even when she's with Gargano, even though she's fine in the ring. And Sonya looks great. And Chelsea wrestles like a dead fish being shocked. Nikki Cross is in the front row. And at one point, Chelsea pinned Mia, so there we go. And the match ended at 7:30. And then the only positive of this was Chelsea got Liv wet. It's a shame that Chelsea shut down her OnlyFans for this. And that upset Liv, getting wet by another woman. Or maybe just by Chelsea. Maybe she wasn't ready for it. This has gotten weird. And they're going to have a match on SmackDown. And then the Prophets, Boogs, and Elias are talking about the draft. Corbin chimes in. Everybody blows him off. And then Tozawa shows up. And Tozawa says, nobody likes you. Nobody wants you. And then Judgment Day make their entrance at 7:37. And then the Faces make their entrance soon after the break. And at 7:45, the bell rings for Owen, Zayn, and Riddle against the Judgment Day. Priest, Finn, and Dominic. Dominic is in the main event of a wrestling show. Triple H will pay for his crimes against wrestling. Riddle and Priest on opposing ends of tag team action. I'm just going to let that simmer. And then Finn gets pinned by Riddle later after Rhea got tossed. And then the Bloodline show up and the LWO show up. I am the table as Priest just gets laid on that. And there you go. And they end with everybody running down to the ring, including Arena. Just send the Arena staff down there. We'll see you this weekend for the Royal Rumble. I'm not even angry, even though it kind of sounds like I am. It's just at this point I'm going to take the piss out of it. Because if WWE is not going to seem like they care, then why should I? And this goes for other wrestling promotions too. You could copy and paste any wrestling promotion that I watch. If they don't care about a certain show, then why should I? Agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm Charm Ritlin. I'll see you soon.